Dan, you keep talking about program progression. Can you give us a little more insight into that?
Of course, yeah. It's so funny. I think when we talk about program progression, so many people have different concepts of it. So I've like ultimately what it boils down to is I think that our campers and staff can handle more than we let them. And when we think about a kid coming to camp, a parent's worst fear is, well, not worst fear, but one of their fears is they're going to pick their kid up and they're going to say they're bored. And boredom equals death to kids these days. So to do the same activity over and over again really pushes them in a way that they don't feel value. And so I go visit some camps and they're wonderful about pushing progressive programming like sailing, right? Like you have to learn that skill and it takes a while to learn that skill. It's not easily done. But that's when I'm talking about program progression. It's not just a kit. It's not just a program that's done in 1 hour. Instead, it's a program where it's a lifelong skill or it really takes habitual routine practice to develop. So I actually have two stories that go through it with you. So the first is a non-camp story. My wife is a potter. She has been a potter for close to 25 years now. And when we talk about pottery, she actually like even goes viral on Instagram and like people will watch her videos. And like her most recent one like got like 2.6 million. So like people will watch it, they'll watch it over and over and over again. And then she offers lessons. So they come into the studio wanting to make pottery like her. And the truth is that what you're looking at right now, these are beer steins that she made for the Standard Hotel in New York City, which is a really infamous hotel. But when you look at this design of the handle, it actually took her several years to get that down pat. So you could tell like the little curve, even the little nub on the top of the handle. I can even remember the day she was measuring my hand because everyone's hand's different. And it just took her years and years and years of really perfecting her craft and knowing exact measurement in order to replicate it and do it time and time again. So people will come into the class, and this is when they come in, they'll get a chance to go on the wheel and get to shape the clay, but they instantly want to make that beer stein that took years for my wife to really develop the handle on. And if you notice here, right in the middle is my wife's hand. So my wife has gotten really great about letting someone struggle for an hour of their hour and a half lesson. And then about 30 minutes in, being able to put her hand in and letting people feel success. And so when we talk about program progression, we need to let kids struggle on what they're making, but also see a path to success. That's part of program progression, is to be able to see the path forward and develop greater skill and then to feel appreciated in it. And I've already mentioned to you before that competency equals confidence. So what that means is that the more confident we will become because we become competent in an activity. So it's integral to it. So that's the non-camp example. When we talk about in camp, I think about Camp Chateaugay. Camp Chateaugay is in the Adirondack Mountains. Mitch is absolutely wonderful. He's one of my favorite people in camping, and he has a beautiful tennis program. And it's not just because of the courts. The courts themselves are great. Like he keeps them in great condition. He has a wonderful team that prioritizes it as well too. But what makes the program great is that it's completely skills based and program progression. So what you're looking at is the 6 levels of being a Camp Chateaugay tennis camper, and each level has skills. And so, like really spelling out the skills, you can see here, like serve 10 out of the 15 balls in the ad box, to serve 10 out of the 15 balls in the deuce box. Those are essential skills for level 3 tennis at Camp Chateaugay. And so what happens is that the kids will basically have their progress tracked as they're going through camp, and they get essentially a sticker for every skill they get. And so that way, when they're coming back the next year, they can say, "Oh, I got to level 2. I'd love to be a level 3 camper at tennis." And Mitch even shared this wonderful story with me about how it was the last day of the session and it got wind to him that a camper was just one skill away from actually getting to the next level. So Mitch basically orchestrated that the tennis instructor, the camper, and the camper's family went out to the courts. The kid practiced it right there, took a few minutes, and then the kid actually hit that final level. And that was a huge moment of pride for that family that the kid was able to show off all the skills they learned throughout the summer, as well as coming back up for the upcoming year when they're going to come back to camp. Now they know where they're going to be. And they basically said the kid was beaming and so happy to come back to camp. So that's the when I see program progression, what I'm referring to. It's getting away from kits and it's moving towards working towards skills that you could build on and working through struggle. And when you feel that sense of accomplishment, that is when you're going to come back to camp year after year.